Golf Kluber or no Golf Schwartz something something German. That the German name Schwarzwasser-Golfplatz. That's what it is. By let's see who did this one. By Mr. Davinaz 74 looks like. Oops. Get the dashboard back up. All right. Oh, here. Yes, you're just you just really want back in, don't you? All right, fine. If you can behave, I'll let you back in. All right. So yeah, normal disclaimer. There may be some cat-related interruptions as he causes general mischief around my place. Also, everything I say in the stream is just my opinion. Um, I may nitpick some stuff just because that's the kind of stuff I notice. Like it's just kind of a stream of consciousness thing. Uh, you know, take what you want from it, ignore whatever you want. No biggie. Completely your call. Um, all right. All right, a Swiss one. This will be fun, I think. So I kind of like the environment. It looks solid. Uh, Whole concept is solid. Think like bunkers are probably a little big and a little kind of nebulous. Like I think they could be tightened up with the sculpting around them. You could probably shrink them down in size as well. But overall, a nice solid start here. If you're gonna express your thoughts about the stream, make yes, yeah, by all means, there's a goat. Was this the one that the designer was talking about how he hid goats in it? It might be. It kind of fits the Swiss theme, I suppose. Got your mountain goats. Well, I can enjoy a good uh, I can enjoy a good scavenger hunt and some goat jokes, but full disclaimer, you're not going to get bonus points in a contest for making goat jokes. These are going to be some very slow greens. 131. You should automatically win. Yes. It's a good thing you're not a judge anymore, Eric. All right. Well, I would like to congratulate Mr. Davinos. We've had lots and lots of greens in this contest that were too big. This might be one of the first ones that I feel like is kind of flirting with the border of being too small. So congratulations. You are the first one who has not made, or whose greens are not on the large side, but on the small side. Of course, they also are very slow, so that probably means you can get away with some smaller greens. All right. Think your like fairway shape here might be a little busy. Like there's lots of squiggly things going on without a whole lot of real reason for it. Like it's not following any kind of contours of the land. It's just like it's relatively flat around the hole, but it's still just very squiggly and busy looking anyways. Like you can probably just make them like your lines a little straighter there for like a hole like this. I'd love to see the bunkers sculpted a little bit more. Maybe bring those down in size, like lower the pan in them a little bit, raise the backs, lower the fronts, that sort of thing, frame them a little bit. Yes, I guess it is technically a goat ranch. Yes. Oh, there's another goat. I'm sure there's some that are hidden, in less obvious spots, but still fun to see. So far, the environment's been pretty solid on this one. I think, yeah, it's just like a couple of the rookie stuff of, like your standard rookie stuff of like the sculpting and um, surfacing. Is a little rough around the edges, but all the ideas are there. I think. Stop it! It's not a toy. Ooh, this could be good. Yes. See, we've got like a hot springs of some kind there. Oh, and another goat. We have goat number 3. Hmm. Enough. Stop it. I know. It's a mic. I thought you were doing well. You seemed so much calmer this time around. But no, you need to attack the mic. Stop it. No. I think this one gets a little narrow here. Um, yeah, and it kind of has that same kind of squiggly thing going for it, where it's a straight hole, but the fairway is very very squiggly. Yeah, I haven't seen any that I think are too small, but they're definitely kind of some of them right on that edge of being a little small. It's definitely actually I have not minded it so far. I thought when I on the first hole that I would have problems with 131 green speed outside of like the Muni course I've been working on, which isn't the most serious of projects, but they work pretty fine so far. So props for coming up with something a little different that works. See, I suppose if you've got like smallish greens that run slow, it may be a little softer. I guess you would definitely want to, at that point your greens need to be a little small to make them appropriately challenging for players that are probably going to be throwing a lot of darts. Yeah, I can see that. Like, it's definitely a little bit of an adjustment, but I haven't had any issues with the green speed so far. So 131 is definitely playable. Yeah, this is like for a 490-yard hole, you really don't need a pinch driver. So this gets into the kind of like I don't know. I don't know if you'd ever want to pinch driver that much on a hole. Like only in like an extreme situation where you have like a borderline drivable hole. But otherwise, it gets into the like this one definitely drifts into kind of a gimmicky whole idea territory. Yeah. Yes, penal. Yes, this hole is very penal. We almost part it, but so be it. Yeah, again, you can, yeah, penal is great. Again, it's the, you want to penalize bad shot. Like if you take on an aggressive shot and um and fail, then that's where you want to punish a player. If they have no options off the tee and you're just arbitrarily punishing players, it just it just, it's not fun at that point. It's like, okay, well, this is just, like this hole, I think, like this tee shot, I think falls on that category of, there's just like most of the hole, there's just not a lot of places to put it. It's very narrow, and you pinch any kind of, like this pin's borderline illegal. I think almost all of this green is kind of borderline. I dig the short hole small green concept, but I think you have to give a little safer area to put a tee shot, and the sculpting needed to be kind of polished on this one a little bit. It seems Orion has decided that uh, he no longer feels like getting in trouble, and has just decided, like, okay, now it's time for a nap, and has completely fallen asleep on my lap. It's kind of hilarious. Just in time for me to be almost done with these. Yeah, this is just a really tiny hole. There's like, you know, this is the amount of playing surface that might be appropriate for like a 90-yard hole. But we have a 175-yard hole. Oh, never mind. He's decided he wants to bite my arm again. So, will you stop? It's funny. I feel like this course is getting like harder and harder as we go. Like it started off solid, and now all of the greens are shrinking. The contours are getting uh harder. Like all of our fairways are getting smaller. We're pinching drivers. The greens are getting, you know, it's funny. I'm obviously this is not what the designer intended, but it makes me think it'd be a funny idea for a course of starting easy and then slowly just making every hole harder and harder and more ridiculous until like by the time you get to 18, you're just playing absolute clown golf, and you're just trying to see how long it takes the player to notice that they're playing like a joke course. Obviously that's not what this is, but like if that trend continued, we would, like, by the time we got to 18, this course would just be completely bonkers. It would be kind of funny. But alas, the green size is increasing, so you know you know we can scratch that potential concept off the list here. How, will you stop? No, stop. Nope. Ow. Nope. You're done. Get off. You're just very insistent on getting into trouble, aren't you? No buts, meow. Get out. Go. Go away. Come on. Well, in my defense, I had a cat biting me while I was trying to make that putt. So, yes, Thomas is feral. He's oh hey levels of feral. Sorry, I'm completely losing track. Like, I like this. I like this whole concept. We might have current favorite hole on the course. I think like this is a great looking second shot. I think you could probably work, sculpt the bunkers and stuff a little bit better and really make this shot pop. But like the macro sculpting on this one is good. It just needs a little bit more polish with the micro sculpting, and this would be like a really really cool hole. And that was huge. Okay, we're gonna make this really interesting. Hello. Oh, oh, this hole is so very narrow. Yes, we have more fairway shrinkage. I guess there just needs to be more playing surface to this one. Like again, when it's like when the hole's narrow all the way down it, it's not strategic. Then it's just very very difficult. We're gonna have a tap in birdie, but still, I got very lucky on that one. That doesn't necessarily mean that I think it was a good hole. I mean, the hole was fine. It needs to be tweaked in difficulty and maybe a little bit of strategic options thrown in there. Wow, this green is small. This is incredibly small. Um. So yeah, you have like because technically for a pin to be legal on tour, you need to have 4 yards, or is it 4 feet or yards? I think it's measured in yards. Yeah, so it's 4 yards from your pin to the edge of the green, which means that for this green, there's probably a 3x5 grid of legal pin locations on this hole. Like visually, I like how you framed it, but yeah, it's just this one is it's just way too small. Like this green might be small for like an 80-yard shot, like a pitch and putt green, and it's got it's got a 190-yard tee shot that's asking you to hit. No, we might have a birdie. How hilarious would that be? Well done, guys. Ow! Will you stop biting me? No. Oh. Yep. Catch you in a bit. I'll tune in when I'm done here. So. So yes, all the folks in the stream go watch Diamond Cutters. Uh, I mean, obviously not now. We got 15 minutes, but yes, Kitten does need more playtime. Like I specifically played with him for like an hour when I got home, just to kind of help burn off all that extra energy, and he's still just incredibly feisty right now. Like I don't know what I'm, you know. We're still working stuff out around here. Yes, I do like the waterfall. Yeah, sorry, I'm trying to do multiple things at once. Yes, I do dig the waterfall in the background. It's definitely well done. But yeah, overall, the environment on this course has been solid. I think just the areas of improvement are like smoothing out that difficulty curve, and like a little bit of sculpting, but like again, just like the polish. Like there's nothing major needed. Like the big issues are just the difficulty spikes in this course. Of places where you know, the playing surfaces are just way too small. It's not Scheisse. Um, yeah, I think this pin's probably illegal as well. Oh, stay. Yeah. There's definitely been a handful of illegal pins and greens that are way too small. Fairways that are way too small. I like the whole concept. You probably just need to expand the fairway down here. Uh, Bunkers could probably be shrunk a little bit just visually. Like these ones are like these front two and the greenside ones are okay. These ones are probably a little big. Like I think when you're bigger or when your bunkers are wider than your fairway, it just starts to visually look weird. Environment is nice though. I like the look off the tee. So this course will not be approved. I mean, it wouldn't get on tour. No, there's way too many illegal pins on this course. Like that's another. I think it's too tucked in the corner for that to be a legal pin. Um, like, would it be database approved? I'd say yes. I mean, admittedly, this could have been database approved already. I have no idea. I don't remember seeing this one in the list, so I don't know if it was already reviewed and approved or if it was reviewed and rejected. I don't know. Like it's not appropriate for tour because there's some wonky stuff going on in some of the greens. But as far as approved for the database, I'd say yeah, this isn't at that level where I would reject it if I was reviewing it. It would just fall into the approved versus tour worthy category. Yeah, this is another. Yeah, this is a really really long par three, and the green's just way too small for this length shot. There's not a lot to be said there. It's just like okay, this is kind of the theme here. The environmental work is solid. The whole concepts are solid. They just need to be tweaked to make them kind of work. I think. Like yeah, that is just a tiny tiny spot. It's funny. I feel like all of the yeah, that one's another really really borderline pin. That's probably illegal. Also, it's so close. Even if this one wasn't marked illegal, um, like you completely eliminate the ability for the person running the tournament to pick up green speeds at all. Like you couldn't play this green at say 144 because then like this entire area would just be unpinnable. It's definitely something to watch out for. Like there's some good ideas on all the par threes, but the greens themselves feel like pitch and putt greens, where you can get away with really tiny landing areas and crazy slopes because you're hitting like a 50-yard pitch in, versus you know like a 230-yard fairway wood in. There we go. I think I like this one here. This is like size wise for all the surfaces. This is quite solid. Kind of something to pull from for future stuff. Because again, not all the greens are off. Just some of them. Some of them have been good so far. There's just others of them that just are just not there. Wow, I just realized I've been flying through the reviews this evening. I think my first couple were all like 45, 50 minutes. I think I've done all of them tonight in 30. It's just been, quicker. All the courses I've played so far this evening have just had one or two things that, that have been, like one or two issues to point out, and then just kind of consistently throughout the course. But yeah, I think this is a solid whole concept as well. Yeah, this green might be a touch on the small side, but like this is a playable one. This isn't one I would consider an issue at all, especially for like there isn't a ton of hazard on that shot, so like I'm completely okay with making this the green the hazard for your second shot. Oh, you can hit this, but or you can reach it in two. Oh, there we go. End on an eagle. But as in like in terms of like oh, and that's to slip in under par. Nice. But what was I saying? Yes, so I'm completely okay with the small green being the challenge of hitting that hole in two versus like avoiding hazards or that sort of thing. So I liked that green. That was a solid one. Yes, the course just gained a star, obviously. But yeah, anyway, has what Dave who did this? Yes, Davinos 74. Thank you for the course. It's, definitely a solid rookie effort. It just there's some kind of glaring playability issues along the way, but the ideas are there, and like the environmental work and stuff was all nice. So there's definitely a lot of potential in that one. It needs a little bit of the polishing to really hit that next level. But thank you for the course, and thank you for entering the contest, and thank you everybody for tuning in. I guess be sure to check out the diamond cutters on here in a couple minutes, and unless you're watching this later on YouTube, in which case, sorry, that's probably done by now. But anyways, so thanks everybody, and do we have to submit our courses even if we're in the contest for the database? Yes. We don't do that automatically. You still have to submit it normally. But yeah, so anyways, thanks for tuning in, everybody, and thanks to all the entrants in the rookie contest, and I'll talk to all you guys later. Have a good one.